So after 7-8 videos, I think so, the Socrates is completely done on our channel. WPT, this is a good achievement we have done. We have simplified everything. We hope so. Anything if you want to add, let us know in the comments. This is a bridge episode, which means that we'll be starting Plato. But before that, you need to know what is the relationship between Socrates and Plato and how great person is Socrates. So let's see about the timeline. Basically, 470 BCE, birth of Socrates happened. He was born in 470 BCE, before Common Era. And next, 427 BCE, Plato was born. What is Common Era? If someone have doubt, I'll tell you. This is the basically 0 is the birth of Jesus Christ. So BC is before Christ, AC is after Christ. But people later, they doesn't want to stick this system to religion, so they have changed it. They don't want to call AC or BCE, so they will say ACE. This is CE, Common Era, the lifetime of Jesus, and then this is BCE, which is before Common Era, and this is after Common Era, and this is Common Era. That is the concept basically. So 470, 427. So basically they have a very good difference of 50 years approximately. So um 50 years older. Socrates is 50 years older. So 407 BCE, what happens is Plato meets Socrates. Plato is around 20 years that time. 407. Plato is around 20 years. Plato is from aristocratic family. We're going to discuss about that. Plato is also not normal human being in my sense. I'll tell you, he gave wonderful concepts compared to Socrates. Of course, he have extended the Socrates, but he gave very much good concepts. So 404 to 403, what happened is 30 tyrants for 8 months they have ruled, and after Sparta war they have installed. Once these democrats come back, what happens? Basically, once these Democrats come back, of course, they'll kill the enemies. Who is the first enemy? Socrates. Why? Even Socrates' students, two students, are leaders of these 30 tyrants. That is the reason they have very much grudge against Socrates. So, Socrates will be killed. Trial and execution of Socrates. He was asked to drink hemlock. What is hemlock? Hemlock is a herbal juice which acts as a poison. So it is basically a herbal poison. That is how Socrates was executed. That is how Socrates was executed. So now trial and execution happened in 399 BCE, and then 398 Plato and other followers of Socrates were very much afraid. They were afraid that even they will be executed because they studied under Socrates. So Plato and others flew away to Megara. Megara is also some other city state in Greece. Okay, so this Megara, sorry, I told Megara, so Megara. So this Megara is also one other city state, and Plato and other followers have flew away to multiple places, multiple city states where they will be respected. For example, oligarchy or some other kind of rulings. And from there, they have learned a lot. They came back. They came back and established their particular universities or academies, whatever you say. Plato have established one, and other followers have established many. And whatever they know, whatever they interpreted from Socrates, they started to teach the children. They started to teach the upcoming children. So in them, out of all of them, we are going to study only Plato. See how less we are studying, very less we are studying for UPSC. So the aim should be not about UPSC, the aim should be understanding Plato, but whatever needed for UPSC, you put in just 10% of your brain. Okay? Understand Plato, understand Socrates, to and fro, so you'll get everything. Feel their concepts. You have to feel their concepts to be precise. So, in the same way, Plato and Socrates, they have done this particular thing. So, what are Socrates' last words before he died? He told one of his follower Crito to pay the debt, which means that he is very virtuous person. He is very high moral holding individual, right? Who will say, I am dying, pay my debt. Nobody tells that apart from Socrates and some religious leaders. Nobody tells that. So, this tells us Socrates felt traditional sacrifice of also meant traditional sacrifice for recovery from illness, implying death was cure for illness of life. This is where you have to remember that cure death is cure for illness of life. That is how Socrates have seen the death. He was not hurt that he was given hemlock. He told that I'll drink the hemlock because he's obeying the rule. If you remember, he respects rule. He respects rule of law. So that is the law and it is given by the rulers that time. So he have respected it. He drank hemlock and before dying he told Crito that pay the debt whatever you have to a guy. I don't want to mention the name because it will be confusing. You don't need to write name. Just say that he whatever the debt it is there he want to pay. So his inner meaning whatever it is that is death was cure for illness and it is traditional sacrifice for recovery. So people from ages they are sacrificing themselves at one point of time just to get out of this particular illness or materialistic world. That is what Socrates want to tell. So now he was called as father of philosophy and ethics. Even Athens people, when he was given hemlock and he was dead, then they felt that they have killed a very much high moral individual. Also, a very good guy and ethical person who taught philosophy, who changed the Athens moral education and everything. So that is how they felt. And there is one guy in the exile who felt like this democracy or democratic rule have killed my sensei, my teacher. Who is that guy? Who is coming back now? Who want to take revenge against democracy? Who want to take revenge against democracy? Who want to take revenge against the people of Athens? And if he comes back, he will establish a university or a school which is called the Academy. Let's now talk about that guy. He is Plato. He is Plato. He is against democracy. He wants to continue his teacher's philosophy. He wants to let people know that if democracy is there, they are going to buried under ignorance, but not under reason. Knowledge is supreme. Even Plato tells the same thing. He is merely continuing his teacher's philosophy. So let's now talk about Plato. Every aspect of Plato will be covered. Maybe in the next 10 to 12 videos, which will be 10 minutes, 20 minutes each, nothing more than that. So Plato, if you read Plato, you can take multiple things which you can apply to your life. I have applied and they are working for me. You can also apply to your life and see how great is Socrates, how great is Plato. I'm not simply praising them. They have told something which are still relevant to the modern society and which we still follow. I cannot tell an ideology or a thought like that. Maybe few of you might tell that, but maximum of people cannot tell a thought which can survive for 2000 years, 3000 years. Never. That would not happen at least now. Maybe there will be people, but I don't think so. 90% whoever are listening to this YouTube cannot do that. So let's talk about Plato in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any doubts, please do comment below and like the video and please share this with your friends who are taking the PSR optional. I hope I am simplifying everything. You are getting everything under one roof. So please do not skip or please do not leave the playlist. Continue watching the playlist till the end. Make notes. Pause the video and make the notes. You will get it. You will understand at one point of time that this is very simplified method to learn PSIR. Thank you so much once again. Have a nice day.